Marshall County High School. Marshall County High School active shooter. People down.
It happened like right next to me. I just knew to start running because the shots were just so loud.
A state in shock this morning. 2 teenagers are dead, 18 others are hurt, and a 15-year-old is in custody after a shooting at a Western Kentucky high school. Kentucky's Governor Matt Bevin and leaders from across the country and the world now calling this tragedy heartbreaking. Well, thank you for waking up with us this morning. I'm Renee Murphy. We do have team coverage live from Marshall County, but first we do want to get it straight over to T.G. Shuck, our meteorologist, taking a look at some icy roadways up in Indiana, also some school delays this morning.
It's primarily been in our southern Indiana counties. Temperatures there below freezing, and we've had some patchy freezing drizzle, and as a result, Jennings County up toward North Vernon, a couple of hours school delay, a 2-hour delay there for Jennings County, also over towards Seymour from reports of some slick roadways in other counties just north and to the northeast of the viewing area. Nothing showing up on radar. Again, this stuff's very, very light, but as you know, it doesn't take much to create some weather right around the corner.
All right, here in Louisville, TG, if you're getting out on the road, 633, not a bad look. No major incidents out there. We are headed up north in our southern Indiana counties, and as TG mentioned, you've got North Vernon, the Seymour area, Jackson, Jennings. A lot of you phoning in and messaging me saying these roads are slick. Dispatchers talking about sheets of ice on the interstate. 64 back here at home around the Grinstead area, looking really nice. The same along 71 at the Waterston, with your drive times in the green anywhere from 9 to 12 minutes. Renee?
This is something that is struck in the heart of Kentucky, and it's not far away. It's here, and it hits home.
It certainly does. The nation now focused on Kentucky this morning, the site of the latest school shooting in our country. It happened yesterday morning in Benton, Kentucky, not too far from Paducah at Marshall County High School. Police say a 15-year-old shot and killed 2 classmates and hurt more than a dozen others. 15-year-old Bailey Holt died at the scene. 15-year-old Preston Cope later died at the hospital. 14 other teenagers were also shot, and 4 remain in critical condition this morning. 20 people total were affected. They range from 14 to 18 years old. Police say the 15-year-old is in custody and is now charged with 2 counts of murder as well as multiple counts of attempted murder this morning. And we do have team coverage live from Marshall County. Our Juliana Valencia is joining us now live outside Marshall County High School. And Juliana, you recently worked in Paducah, not too far away from Marshall County, before you joined us here in Louisville. I know this is a tough day for you and a tough day for the community.
That's right, Renee. I covered stories here for several years in this community, and I can tell you that this is a tight-knit group of people. Almost everyone you talk to in Marshall County has some kind of connection to the school, and I saw that strong show of support for one another again last night. These ribbons, they represent the school colors of Marshall County High School. Last night, I met the youth group of Bethel Baptist Church. They decided to make these ribbons after a vigil, and they're now hoping to hand them out to everyone throughout Western Kentucky.
You know, people see them and, you know, they just stop and take a quick moment to think about our community and, you know, say a quick prayer because, you know, this community's devastated.
Well, students came to school Tuesday expecting to celebrate Spirit Week. That's what it said on the school calendar. Instead, people who live here are trying to process how things changed in an instant. And I want to bring in our Holden Kerwicki, and you've been covering this story from the beginning. There is no school today, but investigators have a lot left to do.
And they've been coming and going throughout the night and well into the morning now. Actually, some just came about 10-15 minutes ago heading down towards the high school. Admittedly, they're being very tight-lipped about what they are releasing to us at this time because they say they don't want to jeopardize the investigation, but here's what we can tell you at this point. There were about 1,300 kids at Marshall County High School, and all of them were impacted in some way by this shooting. Many parents say as they rushed to North Marshall Middle School to try and pick up their kids, they were panicked as they found out there was nearly a 3-hour wait. But that pales in comparison to the scene first responders faced at the high school, where 15-year-old Bailey Nicole Holt was found shot to death.
One of our first troopers to arrive on the scene saw the young lady that died there on the scene and thought it was his daughter because she had been dropped off at the school this morning as well. Same clothing description, same description. And he had to go over to convince himself that that was not his daughter.
And Juliana, as you just mentioned, schools here in Marshall County are out today. They have opened up 2 counseling centers throughout the county so that students and parents can really go there and start their grieving process today.
All right, well, Holden, thank you very much. And we're bringing in now our Anna Rivera. You've been covering what the community is feeling today and the outpour of support they're showing and that emotional impact. What are you telling us?
That's right, Juliana. I saw that laundry list of different prayer services around the area. They just started pouring in after this shooting happened, and I sat in on one of those prayer services, and there was a lot of hugs and tears, everyone telling each other they were glad that they could all come together tonight. Now, just hours after this horrible tragedy, the friends, family, and strangers of Marshall County gathered to pray. Dozens of churches in the area opened their doors to grieving families. There were a lot of tears and hugs, but there were also moments of strength as people in mourning joined together to begin the long road to healing. The First Christian Church in Benton was one of those churches to open their doors.
We're just heartbroken as a community and as a community of faith. We just can't believe it happened in our small town, and we're grieving.
And during that service, the Reverend actually said that it doesn't stop here, that for the rest of this week especially, we're going to have to hold each other and make sure we support each other through this terrible tragedy.
All right, well, thank you, Anna and Holden. We're going to continue being out here gathering new information, gathering new reaction. But for now, we're going to send it back to you, Renee.
All right, guys, thank you very much. Well, reaction to this shooting continues to come in from around the globe. And after last night's win against Mississippi State, Kentucky basketball coach John Calipari addressed the tragedy that happened in our state. He started with condolences and ended with an emotional call for action.
It's an issue now. I mean, it's happening over and over. Come on. But I was physically got sick, and then I thought when they said parents are racing to the school, I'm like, oh my, the emotion must be, we got issues that we got to deal with, and we're not going to do them fighting each other. And I win, you lose. Win-win. How about that one? Win-win. Not I win, you lose. For all of us.
And you could certainly see that emotion from Coach Cal. Well, this story has definitely touched lives here in Kentuckiana and across the state and the country, even the globe. Good morning, Kentuckiana's Jonathan Wall has been taking a look at how people have been responding to this shooting on social media. Jonathan, what's the response been like?
Well, Renee, even the Prime Minister of Canada last night, Justin Trudeau, posted a tweet saying he spoke with Governor Matt Bevin and he offers condolences on behalf of Canadians. And closer to home, a lot of nearby sports teams and schools want Marshall County to know that they're not alone. Look at this photo here behind me. It's from the Rat Pack of Callaway County. It reads, "We are always here for our neighbors to the north. Prayers to you all." The hashtag they're holding up in the photo reads Marshall Strong. And over here, this photo here from the McCracken County Lady Mustangs. If you look super closely, their shoelaces, they are orange and blue to honor Marshall County. Those are the school colors there. Little things like this are happening all across the region. Take a look at this video. This is the Murray High and Callaway High cheerleading teams performing together, spelling out MCHS in honor of those affected by this tragedy. If you're posting this morning, continue to keep using the hashtag Marshall Strong. Renee.
All right. Thank you very much, Jonathan. And continue to keep it right here with WHAS 11. We will keep you posted throughout the day on what has been going on in Marshall County. We'll have coverage on our website and ways that you can continue to offer your support. Well, your kids may be asking you questions about the Marshall County High School shooting or just really seeing these images. Coming up next on GMK, we're on your side with advice from the experts on how to tackle this topic at your home.
Good morning, Kentucky, and I'm meteorologist T.J. Shock. A few problems in southern Indiana with some patchy freezing drizzle and slick roadways there as we moderate temperatures a bit. Low clouds, that drizzle, few flurries and cool air today, but sunshine returning tomorrow. We're going to skip all the way back into the 50s. Rain chances back, though, for the upcoming weekend. We'll talk more about it coming up. First, the Kentucky Lottery jackpot numbers: Mega Millions, 76 million. Kentucky's Powerball, 92 million.
The Kentucky Lottery, fueling imagination, funding education.